Alright, so this is a lift station. It's kind of like a sump pump. Alright, but there's one drain in the floor right here. That drains into here. Now, the only thing that's going in there right now is the condensation from your water heater. Because you ever seen an air conditioner that's in a window and it's dripping water? Same thing. This will do that, and your furnace has that as well. Okay. But if your basement did take water, this drain would take it out if you were getting a flood. And what a lift station does is it takes it and it lifts it up and it brings it to the main so it could go out. Now, if you wanted to add a bathroom down here, you'd have to cut the shower and the toilet into there and change the pump to a grinder, but the pit's already here to eject
the water up.
Add a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I suggest to people, because a lot of people want me to do their basements, I don't do that anymore. I don't know if you're gonna finish your basement, but what's really nice if you're in between finishing your basement, if you paint the floor, it's so much nicer down there already. It's cleaner, it doesn't feel like a basement, but you might want a tile carpet or whatever, but in between, if you paint the basement, it just seems really clean and
Right.
like a gray color or whatever.
Right.
So, did they talk to you about radon at all? So this is a radon system. All new houses by code have to have it. What it is that goes underneath your foundation, like spreads out pipes,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes up through the house and out the attic. Now in the attic there is an electrical outlet to make this active. If you notice all of a sudden, I think that we might have a problem with radon, and then the numbers tested you at that, you could add the fan in the attic, but the power's already up there. We don't add the fan, we just make it. If you had to add this whole thing, it would be a couple grand.
Yeah.
But it is passive, but there is an outlet, which is key.
Yeah.
So this is your furnace. All right, it's gas. Same thing with the valve. See how the valve is straight? That means it's on. If you had to shut the gas off, you turn it this way. It's gas for your water heater as well. You got no heat. You're like, my furnace isn't working. You're like, what's the problem? Well, we're gonna call Jim. He's gonna run over here right now. First thing you want to check, because that neighbor kid's over here again, running down the basement. There's the on-off switch is right here. So make sure it's just like a light switch. Right now it's on, but it's in a spot where toddlers could get at it or whatnot. I always blame stuff on little kids.
Right, because we do all.
So if that's on and it's not working, check this. You see the little orange light? That means it's getting power, okay? That means the system is getting power. If this is on and this is not lit up, then you would check the breaker box over by the circuit to see if that's tripped.
Înțeleg?
Okay. Let me show you when we change the filter.
Yeah. Amuș, stai să arăt și asta să spun. Asta e
Very
filtru.
important. One of the biggest
Asta e
things
cel
for
mai
people's
important.
furnaces breaking down is because they don't keep the filter clean. Now, and it depends, how often you change it kind of depends. If you have a lot of dogs and cats, obviously you're going to have more hair and stuff, it's going to get dirtier. I mean, they kind of say to try and change it once a month. I mean, you could keep an eye on it. I don't know how many people you got in the house. There's a lot of different things that add to it. I mean, right now, we're in a construction zone, so there's probably a lot of dirt and dust in the air, so you might want to keep an eye on it. But this thing's not running 24/7 like it is in February. And then you're going to go to air conditioning. But air conditioning, too, is going to be drawing air to it. So, to change it out, it's right there. Make sure you turn it off, because if it's on, there's going to be suction and it's going to be hard to get it out. It's hard for me to get it out anyway because I got my fingernails. But see, this one's pretty clean. And you'll see it, it'll be dirty and dusty. So you're probably good for a couple months.
Înțeleg?
Put this is a magnetic strip.
Numai decât trebuie de schimbat filtru. Odată pe lună, când el lucrează în continuu.
Got an extra one.
Asta vara.
Nu, iarna asta e pentru furnace.
Right here.
Și că asta e mărimea, care trebuie să le cumperi.
And
La
if you
Home Depot,
can't find them at like the Home Depot or Lowe's,
Amazon
this size,
has it all.
you just get a case. You know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
get a case.
And then that's the size you would get.
То есть ты, când ai ții, n-ați ții unul, dar ții 10 odată. Că ele $2 unul, 3.
Da.
De o boxă, de exemplu,
Totuși asta e
din 10.
pentru canalul ăsta de ventilare, da?
Da, și numai decât trebuie schimbat. Vezi cum a spus și el, că asta e foarte important. Aici tu îl pornești sau îl oprești. În cazul în care, așa la Orange, îți arată dacă el are electricitate sau nu. Înțelegi? Și asta tot e foarte important.
Okay.
În cazul în care el n-are,
This-
trebuie să verifici acolo. Ok.
So this is the water heater. This is just an exhaust fan because this is gas, so it is igniting, you know, a fuel, and there will be not fumes, but this clears it out before it starts it. This is kind of like the brain for it, and right now you can see that it's blinking. Okay. It's blinking, and there is a little code up here. If there was something wrong with this, it might blink like 2 and then 4 and 24. Not that you'd know what to do to fix it, but if you were to call the service guy and you say, well, the water heater's not working, but it's blinking 24, that might tell him, well, I need to bring this part, or this is what I need to look at it. Or he might be able to walk you through some steps. To
And that has to be like this, like with a bag on it? Some kind of bag there.
No, that's just new.
Oh, okay.
So there's a drain on here, and this is the regular hookup for like a regular garden hose. They suggest that you drain it once a year. So if you put a hose on here, you could put it right into that drain, even if you just had a little section of hose. So what you would do is you would shut the water off, okay?
Here we go.
The water
This is.
Let's see. Oh, right here. Same thing. Now it's on. This way it's off. So you would shut the water off, because if you go to drain it and the water's on, it's just gonna keep going.
Keep
forever.
going, yeah.
So then drain it all the way down. Okay.
Nice.
And then the way you turn this on or off is like you could just use a screwdriver in here. Drain it out. Okay. Shut it off. Close it back up. Take the hose off. Turn the water back on. But if you do it once a year, you're gonna get a little more life out of it.
Yeah.
Because there's minerals in the water, and the minerals corrode, and it just, and the appliances today aren't like they used to be. They don't.
Right.
They're built to like
Last 2
very
years.
limited.
Okay.